I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are mooching off of your parents and you are a
So this hot take makes me think of three things, at least like with my identity, my perspective. The first thing is highlighting the idea of like, what if your parents are immigrants? What if your parents migrated to this country and you were born here? You don't have all the advantages that maybe some people who are wealthy or even middle class might have. Because when you are a child of an immigrant, you become not only the translator, a financial contributor to your family. I know plenty of people that either couldn't finish high school, had to drop out of college to help their parents. So things like applying for college or, learning how to drive at times, because maybe even your parents weren't able to get a license. Just like basic things that maybe some people who, understand the language very well, who have been, their family has been living here for generations, might fully understand. Maybe your parents might not. And especially when your parents come from poverty as well and had to leave everything behind to start their life again. So that brings me to my second point. When your family comes from poverty, you are literally working towards a foundation. And that means sacrificing so many milestones to stay afloat. You are literally on survival mode. Which now brings me to my third point, which is the story of Carlos Castro. Because like my parents, he fled El Salvador due to a war. And this is in relation to even today, because we know many people their country is dealing with war, genocide, all these things, and fleeing the country to, live. And he came from poverty, and I remember he says that his dad basically even advised to help other people. And what does that mean? Because again, cultures are so different. It wasn't until someone else decided to go in on a business idea because he looked at his community and noticed that there was a need for Salvadorian products. Because here in the US, Latinos, Salvadorians are like the third largest Latinos. And so anyway, he started a grocery store and of course was able to make a business, employ so many people. But obviously after, being an adult, fleeing war, starting scratch, making a foundation, applying to other jobs that just were not a fit, he finally realized later in life what his passion was. And I want you to take that for yourself of like, sometimes it takes us, going through life to understand what are things that you are noticing in your community, what are your passions, and take it from there. We need to stop giving ourselves all these check boxes of when we need to complete things. That's just not how life works.